Therefore, at this point, all what we can say is, Honorable Sam George, we thank you for what you've done. Yes, but who say information be circulating online? Say by 1st of July, data prices are reverting back to senior etier first no. I think say you can purchase data for 300 and something cedis. Anya shikra ubenya over 100 gig. Ebetumi sustain for a month. But who say information be circulated say asa ko back to normal. Now without majili, me no mo ba be ko information mu. Me no ba be ko gist ni mu. Higher na me a video. A boy Sam George say I was on working on data prices. I think say just yesterday I sent a video. Say ye who update and I say who improvements be a. I was saying I'm back. Never update on it. So as at now, we check social media handles no so a be brainer. Kasa Sam George, waba kasa efa data prices no. Aside data prices no, wasa kasa de fa telecell. Telecell, omu network na very bad. Wakasa fa ho say they should work on it. We are beko Airtel Tigo. Out of war, whether majili yanko nsem no subscribe ya me just obeyede. Oba subscribe e de amai. So according to the information I have here, almost say Sam George, bongo ideas can insem say my main kind bongo ideas ninsem more can here. You flyers and nama bontino, yebeshe the echo. Inti bongo ideas make it post to her or say MTN data back to Ghana cedis 399 for 214 gigabytes. Airtel Tigo and Telecell bundles will get 10% boost, while or MTN bundle will get 15% increase. Data zone to return while prices stay the same. Let's say bundle no model back to normal no. Data zone bundle ni no, it will come back to normal as the way at the first net here. I think that at first 1 gig was for 1 CD or something like that. Users no more me who comments the mo. Yes, say ebeko back to normal. But effective of a year coming July, 1st July, and a side way ebe ye juba. Aside that, no to mute GH1 and make a couple of a year designs be waha. Or Matro also say MTN restores 399 bundle for 214 gigabytes effective of 1st July 2025. Let's say yambua next month beginning data prices no echo back to normal. So after all, you're ranting near the day in who results waha. Reviewed prices for both Airtel Tigo, Telecell, and MTN. So I think say Airtel Tigo price near 400 cedis for a month. No currently no and I say it will at first no na a 236 gigabytes for that 400 cedis a month. But so tia ba 195 gigabytes per month. But no crown Charlie. The Airtel Tigo network no hu de eko. O tokra 3G. 3G no hu she. But when it comes to Telecell and MTN, Telecell 2 is going for the same price, 400 cedis, but 90 gig. Charlie, serious, go for 90 gig. But coming a year 1st July, the bundle is going back to 250 gigabytes. And I say check MTN 350 cedis. Now umenya 92 gigabytes. Charlie, serious, but coming 1st July, the bundle is going back to 214 cedis, by costing 399 cedis. So this is the update about better bounty what this side. Out of war, aside the prices dropping, no Sam George, Eddie Komobi, Edifa network challenges, or say in terms of Telecell, I was so much no more improve your network. Sam George, ekasade fa ho. With that majili, me pese be kwakoshe video. But before we check out that video, big shout outs to everybody about Bonti Babe voice out on this. Especially Tech in Chi, Charlie, senior man you do all. This campaign, you've hold it from Eslowusu's time up to now. Inti se abasubodi aba. Na ye kabi ma honorable Sam George, you were part. One now pushes a narrative way. And Sam George Junior energy better under the regime of Ekufuado. Time and Eslowusu Jumano will now push this narrative. Emma Sam George ni bebeje ho ande Sam George make change to it. Yeah, twen say on the 1st of July ni beba na ehu say de okaye no e reflect sa pepepe. But for now no ye ntie nsem Sam George editu dwa e wo decide yeden enfamra.
Brought to his knees. 3 of the MNOs no longer exist, and the 4 BWAs are dead. The sector has experienced a sharp decline in growth and investment, and the regulator has been essentially on autopilot. It is therefore shocking to see proponents of the Aban government being the loudest trumpeters of the challenges that they have created. I am told it is a carefully curated art of dark politics called Jandam. It is an attempt to create a false narrative, not based on facts, but built on distortions and aimed at disseminating disinformation. But let me state, that scheme has failed. I have been at post for 4 months and have set to work vigorously in collaboration with the regulator, the CEOs and other stakeholders to fashion a clear roadmap for the systemic resolution of the challenges we inherited. I'm not interested in cosmetic fixes that merely paper over the deep cracks and create an illusion of resolution, only to push the can further down the road. I have learned from the former Communications Minister and now President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, to embrace the challenges I am faced with, diagnose it right, and work towards a lasting solution. In my first month as Minister, I established a 23-member Data Pricing Review Committee with a clear 14-day mandate to develop a roadmap for implementation. The committee, in its report, distinguished the 3 areas that we believe need to be addressed for a holistic resolution of the matter: value, pricing, and quality. I referred the report to the regulator and tasked them with crafting regulatory policies that address the challenges in the sector. In my second month, the regulator, after engaging with the mobile network operators, came up with proposals that curated specialized bundle solutions for tertiary students and content creators. We immediately set out to build a dynamic database for the 2 demographics. I held a meeting with all vice chancellors in the country to design a framework that allowed the networks to identify which numbers were used by tertiary students. However, I took a policy decision to truncate the process and re-engage the stakeholders to achieve a broader solution that affected all Ghanaian data users. In my 3rd month, this engagement led to a focus on the structural challenges that the networks were facing in delivering their services. As indicated earlier, we had our eyes not just on the value and pricing of data bundles, but on the quality of service delivery. I am sure that even with increased value or reduced pricing, if quality is not improved, we will still have a sound customer experience. This led to the regulator commissioning and completing an assessment of a sample size of network performance in 3G and 4G service offerings across the country, the results of which I discussed with the CEOs and the media 2 weeks ago. In my 4th month, armed with a clear picture of where we are as a sector, I tasked the CEOs to work with me to improve the quality of service and to offer enhanced data bundles. Now let me be clear. My mandate as minister in a free market economy does not extend to interfering in the pricing by private sector investors. Just like the Minister for Trade does not have the power to direct BUTA members to drop their prices unilaterally, the Communications Minister cannot unilaterally direct price reductions. The immediate retort will be, and I am expecting it, but you accused your predecessor of being responsible for price increases. Yes, I did. The SMP toolkit is replete with several policy directions that are not direct price directives, but cumulatively have an effect on pricing. So a decision, for example, that was taken by my predecessor to have CST collected forward would, for example, result in a pricing increase. So it was not a price directive, it was a policy directive that affects pricing. Another example will be the decision to declare MTN as an SMP and implement tariff rationalization, which resulted in an effective price increase by the operator, which the customers bore. However, these actions were not adequately and properly implemented. and they led to a situation where the S&P has grown by over 10% in market share, accompanied by quality of service issues due to the network configuration and congestion. To address the quality of service issues, I presented a memorandum to the Cabinet of Ghana aimed at making spectrum available to Mr. Scancom Ghana Limited and Ghana Telecommunication Company Limited. The process of the spectrum sale is scheduled to be completed by the end of the first week in July. In the case of Ghana Telecommunications Company Limited, known as Telecel, I have given additional policy approval for the regulator to grant a connecting entity license, enabling the operator to optimize service using the 2100 MHz spectrum at the disposal of NGNC. This should result in a significant improvement in the quality of service and customer experience in the coming weeks. I want to reiterate my commitment to an engagement-led style of leadership that involves all my stakeholders, listens to their challenges, and works to address them in a manner that benefits the entire ecosystem. We need intense competition in the sector, but it must be healthy and sustainable. I am committed to value-added data bundle offerings, and most importantly, these policy actions will culminate in price reductions in the medium to long term. However, the recovery from 8 years of mismanagement cannot be completed in 4 months. To this end, I have mandated that all operators make critical investments in their networks to improve quality over the next quarter, that is from July to September. The regulator will commence a rigorous quality of service assessment in the final quarter of the year, October to December. Rigorous quality of service assessment. Defaulting operators will be sanctioned. I will also, at this point, commend the CEOs of the 3 telcos for their pledged commitment to collectively invest approximately $150 million in their networks between now and the end of the year to enhance quality of service, either by acquisition of spectrum or introduction or acquisition of new transmitters and equipment. At this juncture, I am pleased to announce that my engagement with the CEOs have resulted in the following specific measures, which are to take effect from Tuesday, 1st of July, 2025. Airtel Tigo Ghana, AT Ghana. A 10% increase in all data bundles currently offered by the network. Additionally, the 400 Ghana CD bundle, which currently offers 195 gigabytes of data, will now offer 236 gigabytes of data. Ghana Telecommunications Company Limited, Telecel. Also a 10% increase in all data bundles currently offered by the network. Their 400 Ghana CD bundle, which currently offers 90 gigabytes, will offer 250 gigabytes from 1st of July. Scancom Ghana Limited, MTN. A 15% increase in all data bundles currently offered by the network. And I'm pleased to announce the restoration of the 399 Ghana CD bundle, which currently has been changed to the 350 CD bundle that offers 92.88 gig, will henceforth be reinstated to 214 gig for 399 Ghana CD. I am aware these increases are going to come at considerable cost to the network operators. However, I am glad that our engagements and the consultations are bearing fruit for the Ghanaian people. To the CEOs, you have my gratitude. We have pledged our continued fidelity to the people of Ghana, who are the customers of the telcos. The implementation date of 1st of July is to allow the networks to recalibrate and reconfigure their systems to reflect the agreed upon value increases. The regulator, NCA, is directed to ensure they monitor strict implementations of this directive from 1st of July. Where failure applies, sanctions should be applied. The changes on MTN are steeper than the two other operators, but this is as a result of MTN's SMP status. The ministry is committed to continue to working with the regulator and MTN to constantly review their SMP status and make the necessary adjustments once we achieve the market realignments that we seek with these measures. It has also come to my notice that there is a public call regarding the arbitrary charge or change in data prices by the operators. Let me state for the record that the facts do not support that claim. The NCA has a billing verification system to access the billing integrities of mobile data services. The NCA reports that in the last billing integrity test conducted on mobile data bundles for MTN, Telecel, and AT in Q3 of 2024, it found that 1. All data bundles purchased during the test period were correctly credited and remained intact throughout their validity with no unexpected data losses. 2. Non-expiring data bundles did not expire. And 3. All unused data bundles were rolled over after resubscription. These are the facts from the NCA. The NCA is hereby directed to conduct a billing integrity test for data services and to provide quarterly reports to the ministry starting from Q3. The NCA must check data billing for scenarios involving popular apps and websites. And if operators are found to be billing inaccurately, appropriate sanctions should be applied. In conclusion, I am confident we will see further drops in the actual prices of the data offerings when the Finance Ministry takes action on the tax handles in the sector. I'm continuing my engagement with the Honorable Finance Minister to get his approval for the rationalization of some components in the tax buildup in the sector. If we are able to have a proper rationalization of the taxes, we should see a drop in the almost 39% tax buildup in the price of data in the country. If that drops, we would insist that the telcos pass that on to their customers. Another area I am vigorously pursuing is with the Minister of Energy and Green Transitions and the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission. If we are granted a telecom tariff for the sector, it will lead to further price drops for offerings currently available. Because until they give us a telecom tariff, as the mining sector has, the cost of delivering the service will continue to be inhibited. I remain committed to delivering on the mandate of the ministry as entrusted into my care by His Excellency the President. I will continue to engage robustly with stakeholders in the sector to protect their investments in Ghana and make Ghana a friendly destination for investment. But I encourage them to invest more. Ultimately, my heart is with the people of Ghana. I will serve you with heart, with sweat, and with blood. And we will fix the mess that I have inherited in this ministry. So help me God. Thank you for your attention, and God bless our whole land. So, I will field questions from the media. If there are any questions that anyone has on the announcements that have been made, I'll be willing and glad to take those questions. I'll take them in batches of 3. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, Minister.
Afternoon.
Kenneth for joining you. I want more clarity on the prices for the data packages for Telecel. I don't know whether I heard you correctly, but you said the 400 cedis one is presently at 90 gig.
190. It's currently at 190 gig.
Okay.
And now they will offer 250 gig for the same price.
Will it not come at a cost to them?
Well, that's why I have not done this unilaterally. And that's why for those who have always said, just announce, just announce. I'm glad today you have all the 3 CEOs here. And we will not have an instance where you will see people either go to court to challenge the directive or go to the electronic tribunal. But we have worked together to get to this point. And that's the value of consultation. They say the patient dog, it's the fattest bone. And once again, I extend my gratitude to the CEOs for the work they have done over the last 4 months with me to get to this place. it's not the end of the journey. There's still a lot more we will do together for the Ghanaian people to make their businesses profitable, but to make data accessible and affordable for the Ghanaian people. So yes, it will come at cost to them, but they also know that they have a responsibility to the Ghanaian people.
Yes, follow up. I mean, this one is a good idea, but there's a problem of poor network. Poor network. You can have 1,000 gig, but if you don't have a good network, you cannot use it. That is for instance, which I believe government has shares